This is a really scary chart. Don't let it scare you too much. This is what Bitcoin does. Extremely volatile today. We had a nice drop, and I always see it as an opportunity. So I actually get excited when we see these crashes. We know this is all par for the course here. We've been kind of trading in this range here ever since we touched 17 or so. If I can find it on the chart here. Where are we at? Let's go year to date. Okay. Yeah, we hit like 17.5. And we still haven't really gotten back in the 17s. Who knows what tomorrow's going to bring. Maybe we bottom right here and have like a little V-shaped recovery into the ETH merge coming up. A lot of volatility. I think a lot of people are speculating if we have a buy the rumor, sell the news event, or what's going on with the ETH merge. We have a lot of stuff coming up this week, but I wouldn't let this freak you out too much. A lot of people get scared. They sell. A lot of people in the market here are thinking Bitcoin's going to 12, 13, 10, 3K. I've heard. My personal opinion is that 17K range was the buy. I don't think we go below 17K. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, we could. Anything could happen. But I think we trade in a range, maybe have a bit of a bump here and there, um, and kind of grind out this long bear market into the next uh, Bitcoin halving, essentially 2024. So this is exciting. Me personally, I bought the dip today. I bought a few coins. My personal favorite, probably a lot of people against this one, but my personal favorite, XRP. I like this as a cross-border transaction play. I like it from the energy standpoint, um, and I like it because it has a built-in catalyst. I mean, you could see, was it 2020 December was the lawsuit. We hit 0.23 cents, and we're trading right now. I think it's 32, 31. So I also bought some of this today. Yep, still 31. I think it's a good opportunity personally. This is my biggest holding. There's a lot of interesting things revolving around this case, and from what I gathered, the company Ripple, who owns XRP or invented it essentially, from my understanding, has been handing the SEC uh, their behinds, so to speak. So they've been doing very well in the case. They got a lot of favorable rulings, and I'm very bullish on this coin. I'll hold it. I'll hold it to zero, or I'll hold it to. I think my personal price target's like 5, 10 bucks, $5 to $8. Um, and I would say it's a potential um, that it could hit that in the I don't want to say near term. There's just so much turmoil in the markets, but that's my target um, for the beginning of the next bull run. Probably, to be honest, probably after the halving cycle when everyone gets bullish again. That's why I'm prepared to hold this for years. So if you're not prepared to hold it for years, then I wouldn't buy it. So people swing trade it. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm a buy and hold guy. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research and don't come after me if something doesn't go your way. But I'm a buy and hold kind of guy because it's totally unpredictable. You can't. A lot of people think they're going to soothsay and tell you exactly what the market's going to do and have all these hard predictions and sell the top, buy the exact bottom. I don't think it's going to happen outside of luck, but that's obviously my opinion. This guy, he's been really great, very helpful to me this whole time. Attorney Jeremy Hogan has a YouTube channel as well. Shout out to Jeremy Hogan. Really, really on top of things with the SEC case. Obviously, a lawyer. Um, Very, very intelligent individual. So, if you follow the SEC case, it's essentially the SEC saying that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security. They use something called the Howey test, which is from the early 1900s. To say the least, it's an antiquated way to determine what is a security or not, especially according to cryptocurrency, in my non-legal opinion. Um, let's see what we got here. So, according to Jeremy Hogan, now is the ideal and logical time for parties to reach an agreement since both sides have laid out their case. The most likely settlement timeframe is from now until the end of November because the cards are on the table. So there's been a lot of controversy over the Hinman emails. This is something that appears to be um, cards that the SEC wants to hold close to their chest. So I don't think they want those emails out from their defensive tactics, and I think it's a big bargaining chip. And I think there is a risk that if this case goes to, say, trial or gets drug out longer, the longer it goes, I think at this point, um, there's more of a risk of maybe some things getting exposed on the SEC side that they may not want out in the public for whatever reason. Um, so Jeremy Hogan points to the obvious argument that it wouldn't be possible for Ripple executives to know XRP was a security back in 2012 if the SEC itself didn't know, or at least did not make it clear until launching its lawsuit in December 2020. So why did the SEC wait 8 years approximately to launch a lawsuit? Um, they had 8 years to bring something up, and then in 2020, yeah, during a bull run as well. On top of that, they uh, they they hamstrung XRP, and I think it's very interesting with XRP. If you look at the chart, it didn't even make a new all-time high. It really lost all its steam from that SEC lawsuit. There's a lot of interesting things here. So even though it went down to approximately 22 cents when the lawsuit got launched, it was really like doomsday. Everyone was selling, fell off a cliff. Then it recovered quite well. It hit, approaching $2. So if you bought the low, I bought the low. Actually, I bought all the way down. And I took some profits on the way up, but I still hold a massive bag. I rode the vast majority of this. I rode all the way back to 30 something cents, and I just bought all the way down because that's my personal conviction that I have in this. Well, hopefully it gets rolled to cryptocurrency, but um, in XRP, that's the confidence I have in XRP. So, yep, sitting yeah, about 33 cents, and I think it has a lot of potential and a lot of pent-up demand, which was my point. They didn't even make a new all-time high. You can't buy it on many exchanges. Um, if you click here, you can kind of see, where can we buy? Yes, oh, yeah. Oh, refresh this to USD. Okay, this is the beauty of doing videos in all one take. So not a whole lot of super mainstream. Like, yeah, there's no Coinbase on here. Coinbase banned it or restricted it, at least for now. There's no crypto.com on here. It's quite difficult to purchase XRP at this time still, because a lot of exchanges delisted was the right word to use. A lot of exchanges delisted XRP. Extremely hard to buy. It's possible, but it's definitely not easy. And even after all that, uh, it still went from approximately 22 to 180, which is like what, 9x, something like that. Um, Pretty solid. Pretty solid move, being highly restricted and difficult to buy. Okay, enough of that. Let's go. All right, so we got the merge coming up, which is pretty awesome. Um, I think the biggest and most bullish aspect to this for me is after the upgrade, after the Ethereum merge, which is proof of work to proof of stake coming together. That's why it's called the merge. Proof of work and proof of stake get merged. So once that happens, just read this. It's a long-awaited system-wide upgrade that experts say will reduce the blockchain's energy consumption by about 99% by switching its transaction verification system away from proof of work, which relies on crypto miners using massive amounts of computing power to validate transactions. So now they'll use proof of stake instead of proof of work, um, which is it's fairly complex. However, uh, much more energy efficient, which is extremely bullish. We had, I believe it was today, yep, September 6th. Today we had, what is this ad just popping up out of nowhere? Okay. Today we had the Bellatrix upgrade, which, as far as I know, was successful, which was, I think, one of the last, if not the last, confirmatory step um, to kind of lock in the ETH merge, which is, yeah, it's kind of like the, she's like a soccer analogy, the World Cup for for Ethereum, if not crypto this year. Huge thing. I don't know what's going to happen. Uh, I'm bullish. I'm holding. I'm personally not doing the old uh, sell the news. I'm going to hold because I believe in it long term. So yeah, so here's a tweet from Vitalik. The merge is still expected to happen around September 13 to 15. What's happening today is the Bellatrix hard fork, sorry, which is something that prepares the chain for the merge. So from the man himself over there. So so far so good. Pretty pretty bullish stuff. Everything seems to be pretty smooth. Nice piece of news here. It's always good to see adoption. So, worldwide adoption, game theory, whatever you want to call it. Um, Bitcoin Beach, Brazil, inspired by El Salvador. So, you know how there's Bitcoin Beach in El Salvador that they created, which is a really great marketing for El Salvador. It generates tourism. From what I know, it's doing very well and accomplishing its mission. So, Brazil is seeking to emulate their success, which is good. I think they should very well do that. Project came about September 7th, 2021. I guess that's when the idea was spawned, and they just recently started marketing that a bit harder. So very good move by here's some of the merch. Yep. So you got the Praia Bitcoin, um, Bitcoin shirt in Portuguese, which is pretty cool. Some merch. I'll visit next time I go. I love Brazil. Shout out to um, all my Brazilians out there. Awesome place. Okay, so this was just a video I watched earlier. Nothing too crazy going on there. It's really just showing all the hard work going into promoting and generating some profit, it looks like, from selling Bitcoin merch, which is really good. Love to see it. And I hope it's a success. I think it's a great way uh, to use another currency outside of a nation's currency. Say they don't want to use it, or maybe the currency is essentially losing value from inflation. If a country's uh, monetary system is being inflated away, then Bitcoin can potentially serve as a nice a nice fallback plan. Um, so this was interesting. They were talking about Gresham's law, which you guys can probably Google that or something. I read up on it. Pretty interesting economic law. BlackRock. We heard about BlackRock last month. Not gonna beat it up. It's kind of old news at this point. But BlackRock partnering with Coinbase, really super bullish in my opinion. Whenever the largest asset holder in the world gets into something, yeah, my ears perk up pretty well. And if they're getting into it, there's probably some aspect of timing. But yeah, in case you were living under a rock, no pun intended. Uh, in early August, cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase Global announced a partnership with BlackRock to extend the use of its Aladdin Asset Manager software suite to institutional clients. What's interesting to me is BlackRock getting into this right before the merge. It makes me think, are a lot of people, and when I say people, I mean companies, are a lot of companies and big money, institutional money, are they going to get into Ethereum? Is some of this to allow companies to invest safely into Ethereum because the ESG situation changes? So if it's 99% more energy efficient, it's not such a bad luck for companies, and maybe there's an influx of capital into Ethereum. I don't know. That's one of my theories that I've been kicking around. I think the timing is interesting. Um, BlackRock kind of came out of nowhere with this. They're also trying to get looks like an ETF spun up. So yeah, I think BlackRock as a company has a ton of power. I think if they want to get some stuff done, it's probably not that difficult for them to get the ear of some politicians or people in seats of power that can get that done. So yeah, I think it's very possible that we see them with the first Bitcoin ETF or index. Yeah, I know a lot of companies. I know Grayscale is trying to get one approved. They've had a lot of issues with that, so we'll see how that goes. Um, and this video is kind of interesting. So just check this out. So this is about the Biden's crypto executive order. He wants a lot of information. He wants some reports, and that should be coming out this week if all goes well. So there's a lot of crypto news this month in September. We have the merge coming up. There's also some Cardano news towards the end of the month, and we have the crypto executive order and some reports that should be coming out later this week. Very interesting month. Definitely pay close attention, and I'll leave you guys with this video here, which is pretty interesting.